Accountability and women are two concepts that are often seen as unrelated. However, there are instances where the two intersect, such as when women face difficulties in finding a partner or when they have a troubled upbringing. Setting aside exceptional cases, the prevailing belief among many women is that their physical appearance alone is enough to attract and maintain a man. However, the reality is that beauty fades over time, much like patience. It's true, men may initially be willing to invest time and attention in a woman for short-term gains, but eventually they realize it's not worth the effort. When women make things overly complicated, men tend to lose interest. Men's lives are already complex, so adding more problems is burdensome. It becomes challenging to find genuine, kind-hearted women, but it's effortless to encounter those who bring negativity and create conflicts. These women not only disrupt a man's life, but also have the ability to portray him as the villain. Yeah, a villain for doing what he's supposed to do, but these women are never clear on what they want.
I don't follow bitches, follow me.
When a man marries a woman, he wants a woman that he can lead and teach with ease. And do you know what type of women are most easily led and most easily taught? Young women. They are the easiest to be led and taught because, going back to our initial example, he is the leader of the household. Yes, of course, a woman has an important role and an important input into the marriage, and we're not diminishing or taking away from the importance of her role in the marriage. However, he has the last say. He is the leader. And as a leader, you are looking for what? Followers.
Let's make sense of this, guys. That's precisely why some men choose to go their own way, focus on their own affairs, and not take women seriously. In today's video, we will delve into why women often question what's wrong with men, uncovering the underlying reasons, exploring the dynamics at play, and understanding how men unintentionally frustrate women. Stick around because I'm sure you're gonna love this one. But before we go any further, let me share the comment of the day. Shout out to Mike Stroud. He said, "Modern day women are screwy, delusional, and self-centered. They want control of everything. Marriage is definitely not for me at my age. No way." Hey, you are certainly not alone on that one, my man. So please don't forget to reach out to us by email to claim your $5 for that comment of the day. As usual, guys, I'll pick one from each video. It may be the funniest, the most liked, or one that touched me, so don't forget to leave a comment and you may be your next winner. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons too, as it helps a lot. And now, back to the video.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't.
You may have heard women asking the question, what's wrong with men, on several occasions. It's a query that arises in various situations, whether it's frustration with the behavior of others or an attempt to understand larger societal issues. However, what's intriguing about this question is that it often highlights a fundamental human bias, the tendency to notice and critique the actions of others without reflecting on ourselves. Men often face their shortcomings, rectify their mistakes, and move forward. A man with financial difficulties or any other difficult circumstances for that matter is often told to man up, whereas a woman in a similar situation is more likely to receive tolerance.
Mentally tough. Do you find that you always have to be tough?
Yeah, you can't afford to not be as a man, because the difference is this. When a woman cries on a man's shoulder, that man doesn't lose attraction and respect for that woman. However, if a man cries on a woman's shoulder, she's inevitably going to lose respect for that man. She might not at that moment, she might be there like, I got you, whatever, but there's something revolting from a female perspective to see their man cry. Now, you might not be someone that's like that, but I've had so many women on my podcast say, I thought I can accept it, but when you cried in front of me, it just changed. And the reason why is because like there's this visceral like switch in a woman's head. It's like, this guy's crying in front of me, showing weakness. Damn, this guy can't protect me and provide for me, right? Even if it's not true, even if it's like a moment of weakness, it can show something that like, oh, this guy isn't there.
Let's explore why women ask what's wrong with men, why they tend to overlook their own flaws, and how self-reflection is either neglected or realized too late to find their Prince Charming. Firstly, women may ask this question because it's easier to identify flaws in others than to acknowledge them in ourselves. As human beings, we naturally compare ourselves to others and pass judgment on their behavior. Witnessing someone engaging in what we perceive as incorrect actions makes it simple to point fingers and ask, what's wrong with that person? However, those who criticize often engage in similar behaviors themselves. For instance, if a woman exclusively surrounds herself with bad boys who ghost her after a one-night stand, it's not because these men are commitment phobic, it's because she made the wrong choices.
What is actually wrong with the men of our generation? Just within the past year, I've had 4 close friends have traumatizing experiences with men. I feel like the term situationship has just allowed guys or whoever to get into very serious scenarios without actually having to ever make a commitment, and then someone always ends up getting hurt. And what I've recently seen from my friends is guys will actually commit to a serious relationship, and then after a few months, they're just like, you know what? I'm done. In most of these cases, the guy is the one who is chasing the girl, and then he's the one to end their relationship early on. And what's honestly really frightening is so many of my close friends have been getting broken up like over text. When did committed relationships just turn into such a casual thing? I just feel like it's kind of sad. Like, people will break up with someone so easily nowadays. I feel like the effort is just so much lower. Like, people have one issue and they're like, we're not a good fit, we're done. Dating 101 is like, do not break up with someone over text. The standards get so low. It's honestly embarrassing for you men.
Perhaps she doesn't have any issues with her friends dumping guys via text messages. Maybe those guys were, in fact, undercover bad boys seeking a friends with benefits kind of relationship. But those women weren't astute enough to realize it. Nevertheless, it's a common pattern. Instead of introspecting and redefining their relationship desires, they simply move on to the next person, perpetuating a cycle and missing out on finding their Prince Charming. Another reason women may ask this question is their frustration with men's behavior. For example, when stuck in traffic, one might find themselves wondering, what's wrong with people? Why can't they drive properly? Similarly, some women claim to desire nice guys, Prince Charmings, and gentlemen, yet when a man exhibits those qualities, he's often deemed boring, and these women revert back to men who are commitment phobic. It's an interesting way of putting it. Anyway, it's no wonder men are skeptical about dating until women adjust their attitudes and are clear about what they truly want. However, what's interesting about this question is that it often overlooks one's own flaws and biases. Women may criticize men without realizing that they themselves contribute to the problem in some way. Returning to the traffic analogy, if someone is frustrated with the behavior of drivers on the road, they may fail to consider that their own reckless or aggressive driving could be part of the problem. Similarly, if a woman seeks a traditional man who will provide and protect her, she may need to prioritize cooking good meals for him and being supportive of his hard work. However, some women choose to wear provocative clothing, dance provocatively with strangers, and expect to attract a traditional man.
You're not a traditional woman.
I think I am to like a lot of outsiders. Like, if I don't tell people what I do, like, I look like a traditional woman.
Do you have social media? Yeah, so if I was looking at a girl, she doesn't have to tell me her body count. I'm just gonna look at her social media, who she hangs out with. Her social media is a dead giveaway. Obviously, I can find the OnlyFans.
Honestly,
just
if you look at my
girls'
social
Instagram,
media, it is so, like, there's nothing there.
What?
No, like
Oh, you got some crazy feet pics and shit on your fucking... Bro,
My
you got like, you
personal
got your crotch right
Yeah, but my
here, and your
personal
feet
one.
are like right here, and it's like...
So, Allie, the men want to know, where can they find a woman like you?
Oh, I mean, I'm a statistical anomaly, but for the most part, you can find good, wholesome women away from the cities and in the country, especially if they come from a two-parent household.
Is there, like, places they can look?
Yeah, the entire Midwest. All of that. All of that.
So, do you think, like churches, what specific places can they go to meet women?
Church is a complicated thing because it's produced a lot of beta-type males, but I would say that there are feminine women in church. You just have to be careful if they're not delusional.
Okay.
Given this unfortunate reality, it's no wonder that men are increasingly ignoring women. The effort required to pursue a woman who blames men for merely being men or assumes all men are terrible is simply not worth it. So why do women often disregard their own flaws when posing this question? One reason is that acknowledging their own faults and biases can be uncomfortable. It's much easier to focus on the shortcomings of others as it allows them to avoid confronting their own limitations. Additionally, recognizing one's own flaws requires a level of self-awareness and humility that not everyone possesses, or at least it's something you have to learn. Unfortunately, humility is often lacking. Rather than acknowledging their mistakes, modern women tend to shift blame onto men. However, these women fail to realize the importance of self-reflection in personal growth and development. Without introspecting on their own actions and beliefs, they fall into patterns of behavior that are detrimental to themselves and the nice guys they desire. Once they face the consequences of their choices, it might be too late. If women truly want others to become more self-aware, they must embody that behavior themselves. This entails being open about their flaws and mistakes and demonstrating a willingness to learn and evolve, like we said. Yet, many women prefer to justify their errors and inadequacies.
But it is scary for women as well to create a family in these days with these kind of men. There's a lot of men are behaving like women, and women are behaving like men.
Right.
So we are chasing the bag, yes, because we met a lot of men. They are just like fuck boys, you know, and they just wanted, they pretend to lure you in with, you know, presents and love bombing.
But you realize, like, we choose the men that are fuck boys. We choose them because we overlook 80% of men.
Do you know how many fuck boys are out there?
Well,
and many good
So
guys are there.
When I think,
let me know. I'm interested.
So when I
and
think,
let me know where.
When I think of a fuck boy, I think of a guy that's talking and sleeping with multiple girls, right? Would you say that's what you would define as?
Okay. I had a fuck boy who was only sleeping with me, but.
In conclusion, what's wrong with men? Nothing, because these women are selectively choosing their partners. It's important to remember that women hold the key to intimacy, and if they engage with men who are only seeking casual encounters, it's no surprise that traditional men aren't pursuing them. Instead of blaming a small subset of men who are solely interested in casual relationships, these women cast blame on an entire gender. It's simply stupid. Stay strong, guys. As always, I wish you great success. Now it's your turn. What are your thoughts? Will these women ever realize that they're the ones choosing the wrong men? Share your opinions in the comments section below, and remember, if you leave the best comment, you'll receive $5. So thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to stay updated, leave a comment, and share it with others. See you in the next video, guys. Till next time.